WandaVision, WandaVision. Isn't there just something so perfect about a morning cup of coffee? I'm telling you what, it's just tasty. Love it. It's like the best part of waking up. Like the rest of the world, I have been enamored with WandaVision. This is Marvel Studios' first series on Disney+. There's gonna be so many more to come this year, which I am uber excited about, but I just love WandaVision. At the time that I'm filming this video, I've seen the first 3 episodes. The first one is my favorite because there are just so many fun moments, kind of with a Dick Van Dyke sitcom vibe. I Love Lucy and just the shenanigans that they get up to. If you aren't familiar with WandaVision, it is basically a sitcom style Marvel series featuring Wanda Maximoff and Vision and kind of their love story, if you will. Now, we don't exactly know how it entirely fits into the MCU at this point. It is after the events of Endgame, which obviously RIP, Vision is no longer with us. Wanda is there, you know, we obviously saw her with the vengeance for Thanos in Endgame, but now this is either a world that she's made, her alternate reality, if you will, or a world that someone has trapped her in. Regardless, the show is just so fun. I grew up watching so many old sitcoms with my mom, from I Love Lucy to Dick Van Dyke to I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched and Father Knows Best, all of those shows, and it's fun to see all of those references and kind of the inspiration pulled from those shows in the costuming and the set pieces and the houses and even, you know, the lines and the storylines that they get into. When I saw some of Wanda's costumes from the first episode, I was just daydreaming of making one. Of course, my sewing skills aren't yet just up to where they need to be, but we're going to try it nonetheless. I have decided to attempt to make Wanda's kind of house dress that we see in the first episode. It kind of has almost like a swing skirt and has a little collared top. She has a really cute apron on. The tricky part for me is I had no idea what color to make this dress, because if you watch the first 2 episodes, they are in black and white. Now, of course, since it is in black and white, I feel like we're open to a little bit of interpretation, but I did want to kind of know what was the color underneath the black and white. Luckily enough, though, after they released the first 2 episodes, they also released a little clip about the making of the costumes and the approach for the show, and they showed a few color versions of the scenes and the dress in kind of a mannequin form in the background. So the dress turned out to be kind of a mint green, robin blue combination with a cute yellow and gray floral skirt. It also has some black kind of edging around the sleeves and also around the skirt. So I'm gonna try it. I'm going for it. I wish I had the Mind Stone to give me some abilities to just snap and give me, you know, a dress that I wanted, but we're gonna learn as we go. That's what this sewing journey is for me. So originally I was going to be so bold to think that I'm gonna go without a pattern and try to make this dress. I'll make a circle skirt and I will try to use a piece that I already have that kind of has a collared top and recreate it as if I would be able to do that, okay? Maybe one day I'll try that. I was at the fabric store and I found this little number of a pattern for a 1950s retro dress, which is pretty much exactly what I'm going for Wanda. It has the collared top, it has the cute kind of circle skirt, and having a pattern is only gonna help me personally. Also, the fabric store had these patterns on sale for $1.99. I know, Anzu, can you believe it? $1.99. I ended up getting a handful of patterns because at that price, how can you turn it up? It was originally like $20. I think everyone thinks that, oh, sewing your own clothes, it's more affordable, it's cheaper, and maybe in ways it is, but these things also kind of add up. So I am working off this pattern. If you watched my Wonder Woman apron video, which was one of my earlier sewing projects, I have this apron pattern set, which I'm gonna use as a base for Wanda's apron as well. I got some black ribbon, I got some different fabrics to work with, and yeah, we're gonna give this a go. We're gonna try to do a little Wanda Maximoff 1950s-esque house dress, and I'm super excited to give it a go. First up, time to get those monotonous and time-consuming tasks out of the way. I'm talking about cutting the bottom skirt and top bodice pieces out of the seafoam green fabric. Aww, it's just so cute that I thought I would want to sew after all that. You see, I only got through the waist and shoulder darts on day 1. Okay, day 2 of the WandaVision sewing project. I didn't do much sewing yesterday, just a lot of cutting pattern pieces and fabric, and now I am finally ready to sew, and I'm hoping it goes off without a hitch. So let's get sewing. After basting the 2 front bodice pieces together, and yes, I did baste something other than a turkey. Can you believe it? Because I can't. I got to sewing the 2 front pieces together. Time to add the darts to the back bodice, but if only I knew how many darts I would indeed be adding for this costume. Just a little bit of foreshadowing for you to stick around. I'm trying to get better at reading patterns, I really am, but let's be honest, sometimes these little diagrams just don't make that much sense. Like, case in point, this little drawing here. There's a lot going on here. I mean, I know they don't want to have the instructions be like 3 pages long, but this drawing is a little obtuse. Okay, so I've got the bodice back done with the back darts and then the front done here. And I am going to pin the pieces together and then stitch along the shoulder seam. Next, I sewed the front facing together, and then I got to work sewing the front bodice piece together. Alright, you want to see what it looks like so far? Like this a look. This is the top bodice section, obviously not fully assembled. It's gonna get tucked in. Jeez, I hope it's big enough. Yeah, it should be. The collar. I have the front facing piece to figure out how to put into it. But yeah. This little number's gonna be the top to the dress. Oh no. Are you Steven? Are you Steven? Pin facing the bodice, matching centers. Stitch front opening and neck edges. Hopefully I know what they're saying to me. So I haven't been sewing that long, obviously. Oops. But I am really liking it, and it kind of feels like an accomplishment, even if I make mistakes after every project that I do. Definitely feels pretty rewarding, I'd say, and I'm happy when I can see slow progress in my work. It's definitely an intimidating thing, though, I feel like, to start, because, I don't know, everyone wears clothes, right? So when you do one and it doesn't look like you would buy in the store, as nicely assembled, the seams, whatever it might be, I feel like it's easy to be like, oh gosh, I messed up, I don't know what I'm doing, why am I even doing this? So I'm constantly kind of trying to remind myself that this is a hobby and it's fun. It's fun, and then it doesn't have to be like quote unquote work. If I get tired, I can stop. This isn't my day job. And I have no pressure, no expectations. I don't even have anywhere to go right now to wear a costume or an outfit. I'm truly doing this because I enjoy it and I like making things. So on my blog, I typically do a lot of DIYs, more so like crafts, and I like to bake cookies, cakes, etc. I'll go through phases where I won't just do like a ton of Star Wars cakes. It's like all I have on my mind, or then I'll do a bunch of cookies. Same thing with like welcome mats. I'll paint a bunch of welcome mats because I just keep having different ideas. But I like having the different things I can do to switch it up so that I never get bored. I guess I don't exactly do just one thing, but that's what I enjoy, being able to do different things, create different things is like really important to me. And one of the things I like the most about having a vlog is I can just do whatever I want to do. Maybe I don't really fall in one niche, if you will, for my channel or for my vlog, but I personally think that's okay because I'm largely doing this for me. And honestly, if I like it, I figure there's someone out there similar to me who likes making and baking things and likes geeky things. And really that's all I'm doing, is making things inspired by some of my favorite fandoms. I dabble in movie reviews, things like that. Really, just everything kind of falls back to just my interest. So,
thanks for listening to my monologue. Now I am going to sew the facing to the collar. I know it seems like we just tried the top on, but let's see how it's coming along.
Okay, so here is the bodice. All in all, I think I did okay. It looks to be like it could be a little big, but I'm not sure if when I pin it all into the skirt, it's gonna kind of just cinch at the waist and all come together. I left an area for the side zipper, which kind of connects to the skirt. I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous about that because I'm afraid, even with the side zipper, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get this dress on and off, candidly. Because like right now I had to pull this over my head and I just don't know. I guess I'll have to go through the dress, so maybe it'll still work, but I want to make sure I can still get it on and off. Hello there. So my camera battery died, so I went ahead and did a little work while I charged that up. I sewed together all of the skirt panels, so 4 panels total. Left an opening here for the zipper where it is going to connect to the top bodice. Now I'm going to pin the top and the bottom half together and try to sew it together. We are making really good progress. Still obviously have the hem to do, this last side of the skirt and the sleeves, as well as kind of some finishing touches, and of course Wanda's apron. Alright, here is my dress so far. I kind of feel a little bit like a waitress. Should be serving some coffee and hot cherry pie. But I think it's just turning out okay. It's a little bit big and boxy right now, but not knowing what I should do, here is what I think I'm going to do. I think I might add 2 additional back darts just to kind of bring the chest in a little bit and kind of take some of this bagginess away. Kind of some extra fabric here, but I'm afraid take in the sleeves too much because I'm afraid the sleeves will get too tight. My mobility is already okay. The length, obviously, it's very long right now, if you can see it. I think I'm gonna take it up to about here where I have it pinned, so it's like right below my knees. Of course, I will have the apron, which is really gonna give it that Wanda touch. I may work on some detailing for the collar and then for the edge of the sleeves. Obviously, I still need to hem these, but yeah, this is the dress thus far. I'm tired. Yes, I did make it this far on the dress, but I worked all day, my 9 to 5, and now I'm trying to get myself to get to work on this dress and feel like I've got bags under my eyes. That's how tired I am. Tried to tailor in the top a little bit, and I added some extra darts in the front and the back. I may have went a little dart happy, but it does fit better when I tried it on. Still, there is some extra room, so I think probably I need to do additional fittings as I'm making these garments, which is probably, you know, common sense. But here I am learning.
I did go ahead and use a skirt pattern that I already had for my Wonder Woman apron, just use it as a template to cut out the apron skirt itself. Went ahead and made my own waistband, as well as kind of free-handed a white square, if you will, for the white portion of Wanda's apron. After stitching the apron skirt pieces, I pinned a piece of black ribbon around the edge of the skirt, similar to how Wanda's apron is. I think it would have been a little bit more accurate if I had used a gray ribbon, but hey, I had already bought black. After pinning the ribbon in place, I just did a straight stitch along the edge to hold it and keep it nice and tidy. We're in the home stretch now. I'm just sewing on a couple buttons on the front. Of course, they're not functional, just for looks, but I did want it to look as close as possible to Wanda's dress. And oh, hello there. Can I help you, sir? Sir, please, can I help you? I've got a sharp needle and I'm trying to sew buttons on, and this is just getting very dangerous. But he's so cute. How can you not kiss that face when you see it? He really is kind of obsessed with me.
What am I gonna do with this guy? He's just so cute! I'm seriously on the last button and I just want to get this done. He didn't care about it until I put the camera on. Oh, you little booger.
I'm not sure where Anzu went, but we have to work fast to get this ribbon sewn on. I am just doing some detailing around the sleeve, sewing a black ribbon around the edges, similar to Wanda's dress.
Here is my finished WandaVision dress and apron. All in all, I'm really pleased with how it came out. I love the apron. I definitely think the apron, the buttons, the trim on the shoulders, it all brings the outfit together. Before I put that on, the dress looked really plain and just didn't really have all of those small touches. At the end, I just wanted to be done so badly. You know, I'd spent so much time sewing, and then to go in and add the buttons and the collar and the trim around the apron was like just more than I wanted to do. But that's really what ended up, I think, bringing the whole thing together. Super cute. I will definitely be wearing this apron regularly. The dress, I'm not so sure. I mean, I really don't leave the house too much right now. I did add some extra darts in the front, in the back, to try to tighten up the top, if you will. Probably wasn't supposed to put all those darts all those places that I did, but I am still learning kind of how to tailor things to myself, and that's something I think I could get better at, is kind of doing fittings as I go and tailoring it, because it kind of came down to the end and I was like, okay, now how do I bring this in all together to fit me? I can't wait to watch more episodes of WandaVision, see what other cute outfit she's wearing and where the story takes us with Wanda and Vision. If you're not watching WandaVision, you should be. And you can also check out on my blog, I have 4 movies plus like 3 bonus ones that you should watch from the Marvel Cinematic Universe before you watch WandaVision. So if you need a little bit of refresher, don't worry, I got you. Thank you everyone so much for watching my video and watching as I learn to sew. I'm having a lot of fun doing this and I hope you're having fun watching it. If you like this video and you're new to my channel, please feel free to subscribe and stick around. I'm going to try to start a more regular upload schedule. I'm afraid to say it out loud because then if I don't do it, it's even worse, but I'm hoping to upload once a week. So most likely Fridays. Stay tuned for updates and stay tuned for more makes and bakes, all inspired by my favorite fandoms.